get off with this because you think if Baltimore doesn't win this upcoming season, what's the point?
Absolutely. Of course, it's an older Derrick Henry, but first of all, they say 25-year-old running backs are old. And to a certain degree, I understand why that is because, after 2 or 3 years, most running backs is kind of over. But for Derrick Henry, future Hall of Famer, shouldn't have been MVP 3 years ago, but, he didn't win it. For him to be in this Ravens offense, I think is phenomenal. Obviously, they still got to get another slot receiver. They got Zay Flowers, who is young. This would be his second year, right, in the league.
I think so.
Still young. Obviously, we saw that in the AFC Championship game. But at the same time, they needed another slot receiver. I can't remember their tight ends. He's good as well.
Oh, Mark Andrews.
Yeah, well, Mark Andrews.
I remember because there's the rest of Mark Andrews. So they're happening simultaneously.
I know Andrew Martin, but I don't know Mark Andrews, the wrestler. R.I.P. Tess.
But you say Zay Flowers again, sure he had that big fumble, but he was their key wide receiver making plays. Again, that's the thing Lamar has been looking for is a playmaker wide receiver. They've had running back by a committee. I mean, they had Mark Ingram for a little bit.
Big trust.
It was Gus Edwards this past year, right? And the other guy, Hill, I think he was the one that had the bad injury, right? Was it Justice Hill?
Yeah.
Who fucked up his leg in that terrible, terrible way. But the Baltimore running scheme is unstoppable with Lamar and whoever is in the backfield. It's almost similar, and I'm not just saying this because it's Kyle Shanahan, but with the whole, if you block a certain way and you can create openings, it doesn't really matter who's back there to an extent. If you're still facing a tough defense, it's going to be a headache. But if your O-linemen are doing the dirty work, which is what it takes to have a great running game and a great running back. And I think what you're saying is something that I think the NFL has brought this burden on themselves when it comes to young running backs. I want to see if you agree with it in terms of thinking these guys are done by 25 because they don't want to play the long game. Is that how you see it? Because again, Derrick Henry's 29 now, I think. He has to be around my age. Maybe
he's maybe 31 at the most, but I think he's 29.
Yeah. And he's been with Tennessee the whole time. Again, he said he had a 2,000-yard season. Did he almost have another 2,000-yard?
Which would I think would it be Walter Payton's record, or probably Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson got all the running back records.